When it comes to food, humans have always had a love-hate relationship with carbohydrates. One decade, they are the ultimate villain, blamed for waistlines expanding and energy slumping. The next, they are rediscovered as the basic fuel that keeps not just athletes but grandmothers and toddlers moving, laughing, and even dancing after a good meal. If we step back from the diet wars for a moment, one truth is hilariously clear. Starches and carbohydrates are nature's quick-access energy cards, and our bodies are hardwired to use them with impressive efficiency. Unlike fats that take their time being processed or proteins that demand a laborious breakdown, carbs slip almost effortlessly into the bloodstream, ready to fuel everything from a brisk morning walk to the brain power needed for solving crossword puzzles. That's not a design flaw, it's evolution showing off. Think about omnivorous animals for a second. Whether it's a human biting into warm bread, a bear feasting on berries, or a monkey happily munching on ripe bananas, carbs are the universal energy handshake across species. We crave them not because we're weak-willed, but because our biology understands their value. After all, try convincing your cells that a steak salad alone can keep your neurons firing during an all-night study session. It's like trying to run a car without gasoline. Yes, fats and proteins are essential, but when it comes to immediate, accessible vitality, starch always wins the sprint. And if we are honest, isn't it funny that many of the world's most comforting foods, rice, pasta, potatoes, bread, happen to be carb-based? Maybe evolution also cared about our taste buds and sense of happiness. The conversation about longevity often circles around antioxidants, vitamins, exercise, and stress management, but energy metabolism is just as vital. Aging bodies need efficient, non-stressful fuel sources to keep organs humming without exhausting digestive systems. Here, carbs shine because they spare proteins from being burned for energy, leaving those proteins to do their real job, repairing tissues, supporting muscles, and maintaining immune defenses. Older populations who cut carbs too drastically often find themselves fatigued, losing muscle, and feeling mentally foggy. It turns out that bread or rice at dinner isn't just tradition, it's a way of protecting long-term vitality. And let's not forget the role of carbohydrates in serotonin production. Anyone who has ever felt that warm, drowsy happiness after a plate of pasta knows carbs are not only about energy, but also about emotional well-being. Longevity, after all, isn't just measured in years, but in joy. Low-carb diets might have their short-term appeal, especially for weight management, but they are not necessarily the golden ticket to graceful aging. Carbohydrates in their whole, unrefined forms, brown rice, oats, beans, root vegetables, are brimming with fiber, micronutrients, and slow-release energy that helps regulate blood sugar while keeping digestive systems happy. The centenarians in long-living cultures, from the rice-eating Okinawans to the bread-loving Sardinians, aren't skipping carbs. They are celebrating them daily, often in simple, traditional forms, paired with vegetables, legumes, and healthy fats. That combination builds resilience, both physically and emotionally. So perhaps the real secret to human longevity isn't a war on carbs, but a playful partnership with them. They remind us that energy is meant to be accessible, food is meant to be shared, and life is meant to be lived with enough fuel to laugh, walk, and keep going. Carbohydrates are not just macronutrients, they're the rhythm of our daily vitality, the sweet and starchy thread weaving through every culture's story of survival. If aging gracefully means having both energy and joy, then the humble carbohydrate is less of a dietary enemy and more of a lifelong ally.